Dun 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 dun. Hit with Charlie. Dun 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 dun. Shoo!
Shoo!
Shoo! What is going on? It is your boy Dollar Cost Crypto here with my man Cultivate Crypto.
Yeah, wait, just windshield wipers here. No, yeah, things are going good, bro. We're on our last gas of energy with the Red Bulls and the coffees and the the other stuff that we don't talk about on air. Joking, guys. Jesus Christ. But yeah, no, good times. Good time to be alive. Good time to be in crypto. Good time to be in Hex.
Really good time, man. It's everything's well. Hex and Celsius holding up and stuff. And
yep.
What's Hex at right now? Like 9 cents right now.
It jumped down a little bit. I think it was at 9 point something. Oh no, it's still there. Yeah. It was at 9.5 when we were on Fresh and Fit. Now it's at 9.4. So it's doing pretty good.
Nice. Ryan Timmy just splashed into the course today. Champion, bro. Woo.
There we go, baby. I like that suit. That's a nice suit.
Yeah, that's a good suit.
Going there.
Yeah, man. I mean, everyone does need a navy suit. A good blue suit's pretty good. Yeah. It's hard to get gray. I mean, like I like it's there's like this thing with like if you have gray suits, there's like a certain color that looks really good for each person.
Yeah, like a nice charcoal is decent.
Yeah, because sometimes you get like a different gray suit which is a little too light, and then it looks kind of like burnt crispy. It doesn't look good,
just kind of bland.
Yeah, it looks bland, but like there's like it's a charcoal or something to like sometimes you do
like not pinstripes, but like a little bit of like some sort of design in it.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna figure out a way where I'm gonna have like a suit and stuff, and then when I open up my shirt right here, it's just gonna have these little green candles like inside of it.
Perfect.
I'm gonna have my money rod on this side and the gun on this side with the red candle.
Be like the hope and the rope.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm wondering. I'm like, should I go for blue or gold coffee to begin with for today? I think I'm gonna end up drinking both, but I think let's go with gold. Right?
Gold. That's what I was gonna go with too, man. Yeah.
Go for gold, baby.
Go for gold, baby. Shake and bake, baby. Shake and bake.
Yeah. Yeah, but we're over 715 plus people in the course now. So yeah, it's going to be a good one. Again, I think I don't know. We were just kind of wondering like how many people are actually going to get in the course, now with the prices being down and everything. And, how many people out there are true, crypto moon gangers out here or, just here for not just here for the gains, but here for, the long-term gains as well. Right. And turns out a lot of good people out there that, are like, yeah, let's get this, quarter after quarter. It's fantastic.
This bull market is nowhere near done. It's not done, you guys.
No,
it's not done. There's a lot of opportunity to be made with the Pulse, the EIP 1559, Kusama Dot. Kusama just started their parachain auctions, dudes. Like, I think if I lost the other day, I think it was like almost 400,000 Kusama was locked up. 400,000. Nice. That's 40. That's let's see. I think that's 4%. I think correctly. Yeah, it's like 4% of the total supply of Kusama was locked. There's only 10 million tokens total.
Yeah. Well, like Ethereum was 25% of it's locked up in smart contracts right now as well.
All time high, and then as well as like the layer 2 of the phase 0 contract as well inside that keeps climbing and climbing and climbing. And I still have the charts and stuff, the net selling pressure and stuff, which I had for the course. I think the amount of Ethereum is actually a little dated now. Actually, there's way more Ethereum. They might be closer to like 4.5 million Ethereum locked up in the contract.
Damn.
Now. Yeah, it's growing steadily. That's a lot.
Not as much as Vitalik burned for what was it, the Shiba Inu coin?
Stravos with time. Eventually, we'll probably will. Like with every course sign up, you'll get a free pair of glasses.
Hey man, maybe down the road. We can make some NFTs or something. I think starting to get NFT gang in the course. Got some creators out there. Timothy's Pet Rocks and everything that he's doing is like hitting pretty good. So glad to see people listening and taking action on what we're saying, because what he made like 100 of those rocks, one of ones, and he was selling them for like 0.1 to half an ETH each. So let's say he gets 0.3 ETH each. Right, that's 30 ETH.
Yeah.
100 times
Yeah,
point three.
it's between 20 or 30 ETH, yeah, in total.
Yeah.
If everything gets sold. Yeah, and they're really cool and stuff.
That's almost enough to get locked up in that contract. I wouldn't advise him to do that, but
that's
he's
almost
almost got
32
that
ETH,
32
baby.
ETH. Yeah. I mean, fucking congrats on that, Tim, right?
Hell yeah, man. I mean, he's hardworking, dude. To do a rollout like that's not easy. And the amount of work he put a lot of work in, because I saw some of his prep work for what Timothy did. And that he built that within like almost a virtual machine of itself. So like actually when you see that there's a shadow in there, that's actually because where it's snapshot in the picture was taking, there actually is a shadow in that virtual world because there's a light on top. So when you see the picture, you're like, that's not generated. It's actually in a virtual world where there's actually a light bulb shining down and then the shadows are created from the light.
It's beautiful.
It's sick, dude.
It's fantastic. Somebody beat me to the lava rock, the one that I forget. It was just looked like lava or whatever. I wanted to grab that one, but I was like half an ETH. I think I'll just keep that, to be honest. But I was like, it was good on him.
Ooh, I like the Rolex. There we go. Clockwork, €4, €5. Yo, what's good? Should we ape in now or hold on to the bread? I'd wait until the course.
Well, it depends on what you're jumping into, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you haven't gotten to ETH, get yourself a little bit of ETH right now because I think the price is going to start climbing. I just saw some tweets, some really bullish tweets from 3 Arrows Capital. They're betting heavy on ETH pumping. Heavy.
Yeah, if you see a nice close on ETH above $2,700, it's gonna pump. Like it's already pumped, a decent amount from where it was just, when we're telling people here the last few days, right? Opportunity is when there's blood in the streets, and ETH, I think at the time was like maybe $2,200, $2,300. Right now it's up to $2,500, $2,600. There you go.
Wow, it's so bright in here.
Yeah, now and Bitcoin pumped up from what, like 34,000 up when we were talking about that over the last 5 days. Now it's up to like 40,000. So stuff's pumping, and I think here we're coming up on the midpoint of the 60-day cycle on in 4 days, June 19th on Saturday. So once we get around that point, if we're still seeing new highs on Bitcoin, then and ETH is above 2,700, you get those two things, and you get about another 1 month of pump from where we are here until the end of the cycle, and then maybe some more consolidation, more accumulation after that point. But yeah, I'm bullish, man. It's all looking pretty good right now.
For sure, man. How much is, of course, isn't effective in your dude? It's effective. This is DeFi, man. This is effective.
Country don't matter.
Worldwide, wherever there's an internet connection.
We've gotten guys in China, Panama, Europe, America, everywhere.
Jamaica.
Yeah, we've got guys from Japan coming in. I'm in Tokyo. I met one of those guys here. We had Shisha last week, actually. He actually is a CEO or a guy on the board of directors over at this company that does some international businesses, and he jumped in the course. Yeah, it's just kind of interesting to see people from everywhere jumping in. But yeah, country doesn't matter where you are to make money in crypto, which is absolutely fantastic.
In terms of the course, they go over to here. Let me get the link real quick just to put it up.
Know Your Worth is the one that got the Cosmic Rock. Nice.
No, nice. How much are those? I don't even know.
0.1 to 0.5. So whichever. I think that simple Jack Rock was only 0.1. But simple design is good, right?
I feel you, man. So if you guys want to sign up, you go over here to the link, Crypto Mindset course. You go into cultivatecrypto.com. It's $7.97. Sign up to change your life, you guys.
You only got till midnight tonight.
Tonight, you guys, just till midnight tonight, or you turn into pumpkins.
No soup for you.
Here, I'll throw the link in the chat right now. Give me 1 second. Let's see. Shoo! Shout out Motley. There's the link.
Those Hexagons were fucking pumping the chat in the Fresh and Fit, right? Yeah. Laying down those $500 super chats. Mad respect on that, yeah.
You guys weren't playing around. Myron was like, "Damn, what the
fuck?" He's like, by the end, he was like, "So what is this Hex thing?" Because people are paying him like $500 super chats here and there. It's funny.
Yeah. The funniest one was somebody paid $369. It's like, what is 369 in my head? I was like, Fibonacci.
It's good. But yeah, no, a lot of people in his chat knew what's up with crypto, right? They're all taking a look at it and trying to make the way for themselves. Everybody is. So that's fantastic,
Right. I mean, right before the pump, like that $500 donation in Hex was only worth $80.
Oh wow! Yeah,
it was good. Yeah, it's actually maybe 60.
Yeah, I'd have to do a little bit of math on that. But like in the chat, Mark Coleman says that the Telegram is already booming for the crypto mindset course. You know it, memes and all, memes and all.
Memes and all, man. Every single quarter we have a new meme, from Miguel Bose to wait. What was that one where like somebody like what were you saying? I can't hear you, huh? What's going on?
What do you? I don't remember.
We had a guy who like we were just trying to hear what he was saying and we couldn't understand what he was saying. So it was like, what are you trying to say? From the first crypto, it was from like the second crypto course. I forgot the meme.
Oh, the what country one?
Yeah, what country? Yeah, what country?
Oh yeah, Ryan. Yeah. It's good times.
Diamond hands, and then that turned to diamond dick, baby. Oh, Diamond D energy, baby.
Hey man, Jordan knows how to meme it up, and what do you call it? Some of those emojis that are fucking fantastic. The ones that they're making on Telegram of us as well is hilarious. I think it's Know Your Worth who's behind the Telegram stickers of the Moon Gang.
Heck yeah, man. Oh, Benny Bills, man. He's always been a long time supporter, man. This guy's a good dude.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's always positive, jumping in the chats.
Definitely, man. I mean, so cool, man. Shit. I mean, obviously, with me and you have been streaming all day today, and then we're just trying to get everyone their last bit of alcohol, man. Get your double shot and jump into the course now, man, because the bar is closing. The bar is closing, and if you want an invite to the after party,
my shot.
If you want an invite to the after party, sign up to the Crypto Mindset course, Q3.
There we go.
Yeah.
I was like, seeing salesman Miguel or whatever is new to me. I guess you're kind of getting used to this thing, aren't you?
No, I shill away, man. But
if you can't shill yourself, what can you shill, right?
I mean, what can you shill? Yeah, no, definitely. No, it's because usually a dynamic duo, man. I put them up and then you knock them out the park. You know, that's how you make, 1 and 2. But it's it's dudes, like, once the course starts, we're MIA, man, till the end of the month. Yeah. We probably will not stream until July.
Yeah,
and that's because the course is probably going to be ending around probably the 29th or the 30th, depending on the sort of the date time frames and stuff. So after me and Charlie, awaken from the crypt after we sleep for about a week.
Yeah, right. We're just gonna be spent. We're just be like, all right, guys, we just gave you everything we had.
Yeah,
time to go soak up some sun, go to the beach or something.
Right. After me and Charlie impregnate all your bags and give you many crypto children.
Hey, man. Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead. No. I was just gonna say, we were talking about like different ways to describe crypto or whatever back a while back or whatever, and like I don't know, I like this analogy where like Bitcoin's the sun and everything else kind of like basically revolves around Bitcoin for now, and then like as you get like this supernova of like Bitcoin exploding, right, you get like all these other cryptos made of like the same carbon pieces basically of what is blockchain, right? Mm-hmm. So I don't know, I like that analogy, and just I think everybody in crypto always forgets Big Daddy Bitcoin's where everything started, and Bitcoin spread the seed for everybody, and we're going to continue planting some seeds out there as well. No pun intended.
But remember, you guys, man, if you guys are going to get some big wins, make sure to take some profit off the table. Remember that. Yeah. I hope this is one thing me and Charlie were talking about, that like we've always stressed in all the courses, and this recent dip, showed, because a lot of guys in the Crypto Mindset course, actually, if you look statistically at the average bag of the guys that were in the course, they were really heavy in both Celsius and some Hex as well. So actually, as a percentage of the crypto universe, our people kind of fared the best out of if normal demographic, just demographically, because most people were holding a bunch of different other coins and just got rinsed on this downturn right here. The average person from the cultivatecrypto.com
and dollar cost crypto stream,
the cult that is Moon Gang fared really well and actually are actually up. Like for myself personally, because I hold a lot of Hex and stuff, I didn't go down. My other coins went down. Yeah, Celsius held up.
Yeah, there's like one or two people, right, who maybe didn't listen to everything we had to say in terms of the heeds of warnings that we had in that one course, the one webinar that we had, which was what not to do, right, in crypto. We also had that. There's one or two people who don't always listen, right? They go and try to touch the flame and see if it's hot, right? Sometimes in the short term, those people get burned, but even them in the long term, as long as they hold, if they made a mistake in their portfolio, which wasn't most people, like you said, in the Moon Gang are basically up, and up big for a lot of them too. But yeah, like a lot of those people, even if they're the ones that like, oh crap, I made a bit of a mistake, you're all good. Just, make sure that you keep paying attention to the game and learn from those mistakes. Cause I think, nobody's perfect, right?
Right.
We all make those mistakes, and we all, have to learn along the way. Some people harder lessons than others, but that's why we try to give you guys those lessons in advance so that you don't have to go through that stuff. But so most people haven't, which is great. There's part of it where, sometimes when we hand people stuff on a silver platter, like, hey, here are the gains, like here are some gains on a silver platter, right? Sometimes people don't value that as much because they still see crypto, if they're newer to it, kind of like not real, right? Until they actually like take some out and turn it into cash again. And when that happens, sometimes those guys, they can be in gains for a while, but if they don't make a habit of taking profit, especially like with the rule of three and stuff like that we talk about, a lot of times those guys will give their gains back to the market because they just get too greedy, right? So we always try to give you guys level-headed information. While we're getting you to the moon, we're also getting you paid, and getting that de-risked position, I think, is massively important. So, some people learning that the hard way, some people learning that the easy way. But at the end of the day, you got to take some lumps along the way. But this crypto game ain't for the lighthearted, right?
Oh no! It turned $700 into over 20,000 for the shitcoin. I added to myself holding. I haven't lost a damn thing.
There we go.
There we go, man.
We've had consultations with Amon as well. Really good dude.
He's a really good dude. Oh, rest right here. Some of us have to get liquidated times. Oh no! Come on! Don't tell me so. Yeah.
Well, I mean, hopefully it's only with like $1,000 or $100.
Right. Oh, Erie had a good question. He said if he could pay for the course with a Celsius link from StelPay. Is that possible?
It is possible, but it is kind of annoying on the back end, to be honest, because sometimes the coins don't come over like as easily as a normal pay. So I would advise people to just do the normal, route. But we'll try to work it out if you do that. I'm guessing all his coins are locked up on Cell. He doesn't have the address whitelisted.
So obviously, you whitelist your addresses to specific places. Make sure it's the ones where you really have access to your coins. Like I would never whitelist an address where it just sends it back to Coinbase. No. Yeah, because Coinbase sometimes changes the actual what's called address and everything. So that actually happened to KuCoin recently. I'm glad I double checked my stuff from back in the day, where the old KuCoin address I've had for a long time, that got changed over to a completely new one. It's not even the same wallet. So I was like, whoa, I could have lost some money there. And so always double check that. Send it to a wallet that you control the private keys to. If you're going to whitelist it, please listen to that. That's a good rule of thumb with whitelisting addresses.
Yes, that's a good one. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Masbro effect. 100x leverage with no chart on my iPhone is how I trade, like a real Giga Chat. Oh, it's beautiful. Beautiful right there.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. So perfect, man. I mean, I feel like we're taking the victory lap right now, man. I can't wait to start teaching you guys all the stuff we've learned over the last quarter.
That's what I'm looking forward to most, right? Is just getting in the webinars with everybody and being like, hey, what's up? Like, who are you new guys? And just kind of getting everybody these gains, is always a fun time. And I was just kind of looking, where we got here. We got a lot of memes and stuff already going on in the Q3 chat. I like it. So we have 715 plus people who've joined. Of those who have gotten their invite links and everybody, there's about 400 in the chat right now. So everybody make sure to double check. If you haven't yet, if you're like, oh, maybe I missed the link or whatever to join the course. Make sure that you double check your spam, your promotions, all these different things. A few people's emails, especially at outlook.com emails or something, for whatever reason, the server didn't like it. We got some bounced emails. So we have also set up another Cultivate Crypto Gmail account to get in contact with those people. But that's like maybe 5% of people. So most people should have gotten if they've paid for the course, either through crypto or through traditional means, should have all gotten basically invite links by now, especially if you bought in the first 4 days of the course. Like day 5 is today, so which is the last purchase day, which may take a little time, but yeah, we're working around the clock behind the scenes. Got my personal assistant on it as well. So we're on this 24/7 getting you guys into the course. So if you have some sort of technical difficulty or whatever getting that link, just send me an email at charlie@cultivatecrypto.com. And we'll get you in there, no problem. So every single person we're going to take care of, and no problem. So I just want to get that word out there, because I think some people, there's always like a small group of people who are like, you give them an instruction to do something and they can't always, like, they don't usually read their emails. Basically, they just like open it up and then like they see it, but they don't actually read it and press the right links. So they just have to explain it to them. So it's kind of funny that happens, but it always happens.
You guys, dude, there's only 80 people who like the video right now. There's 147 people live viewing. What are you guys doing? Hit the like button, you guys. Come on.
It is what it is. But make sure we got to get that ratio up to 1-to-1, 143 to 143.
Yeah. So actually, let's see someone in the chat. Actually, just saw. What date does the course start? On the 18th. On the 18th.
Yeah. So Ivo, he mentioned the same thing, which I was mentioning now. So make sure that you email me then, Charlie@CultivateCrypto. And we're going to fine-tooth comb through everybody at the end. So nobody will be missed. So even if we had a hard time getting in contact with you, we're not going to give up. So don't worry about that. But yeah, if you haven't received those and you checked your boxes or whatever, just email me directly, Charlie@CultivateCrypto.com.
Right. And just for somebody asked in the chat, we do it once a quarter. Just once a quarter. It's for 20 webinars twice a day for about 10 days. That's the course right there. And it's a to Z, take you from zero to hero, baby. DeFi God.
I like it.
Yeah.
I love seeing like Greg and Tony, in the chat here, because these are the guys, they were watching my channel when literally we had like 5 to 10 people watching me live, like max. So, we still got guys that have been here since 2019, jumping into, our services, and then also sticking with us here in the chats, because they've made a lot of money with, our information over the years. Like I remember, Greg buying the dip last year when it was, I think in our trading group, which was like maybe, I think at the time the price was around like 4,500 or something like that. And I'm like, damn, Greg, fucking legit, it's good stuff. He got dip buyer of 2020. Who bought the dip? I mean, you bought the dip on Ethereum at 1,800 and something. I'm wondering who bought this last dip. Who else is going to be dip buyers of 2021? You know what I mean?
Champions. Yeah. I mean, that's how you, I mean, it's scary to buy the dip, but man, it's so rewarding when it starts pumping and your cost basis is that low. You're like, wow, you really lock in those gains at that point.
Yeah. Really good. Yeah. So anybody trying to grab that low $2,000 or sub $2,000 Ethereum, just, good clap in the hands to those guys.
Does 1 year in make me a YG?
I think you meant OG.
OG.
Getting on the way. I would say
yeah.
Getting on the way. Getting there.
Okay.
But yeah, Greg got this last dip at 31,500. Dip buyer 2 years in a row. I love it.
2 years in a row. Yeah,
think about those two prices too. Sorry, I just wanted to say this. Think about those two prices, how far different they are. $4,400 Bitcoin, you buy, you're the scary dip buyer of 2020, right? And then 31,500. That's a scary price for Bitcoin 2021, right? What's going to be the scary price for Bitcoin next year? Like 120,000? Like seriously.
Damn.
That's the boring crypto, right?
Yeah. Damn, that's crazy. I mean, once you have years of cycles and stuff, you start noticing like, damn, like it could be sort of thing where like we get a crazy dip and it only drops to like $80,000. Yeah, $80,000, and then it just pops back up to like 90, and then 110,000, and then we're like, holy crap, It's you guys are on. This isn't a rug. This isn't a rug right here. This is a magical carpet ride.
It is. Dude, this is why, like, to me, I mean, I've been in crypto a while, and so have you. And so like sometimes, during the dip, we're just like, it's not because like, like we're untouchable or anything. I mean, I bought serum at $8 and where is it at now? I don't know. I don't look at the wallet every day. I don't really care because I know where it's going and it's going up. Right. So, but there's a lot of these people who aren't used to those types of dips, and it just takes experience, right? Time in the market, will basically win at the end of the day. But yeah, I mean, especially once you get hard into the dips so much, you're just like, yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah. Nice.
Roberto, let's do an emergency degenerate webinar. Hey man, might just do before the course this week. We might hold one. Maybe not. No guarantees.
No guarantees, man. We might give someone to wet the whistle a little bit.
Yeah, we do those flash webinars. We did. I think it was like one of the courses. I forget which quarter, but we did a flash webinar a couple of days before the official webinar. So,
yep.
We never know. We just might do it.
So watch out. So make sure to be in that Telegram chat and pay attention, because that's where we're going to drop the links. And obviously, there's going to be, if we ever do a flash webinar, it's going to be in the announcements as well. So we'll post it in both chats.
Yeah, there's two channels. One which is called Crypto Mindset Q3 2021 links, and that's the one that you can't post anything in. You just get the links. There's currently nothing in there because we didn't post any Zoom links yet because we haven't had a webinar. We'll put announcements in there as well. And then we'll have a Google Drive for different links that we talk about throughout the course. And then there's the Crypto Mindset Q3 2021 chat, and that's where everybody's talking away a storm, right? So, and there's some people who are like, Discord sucks, let's move back to Telegram. There's some people who say Telegram sucks, let's move back to Discord. I can't follow any of these threads or conversations properly. They both have their pluses and minuses. We may decide to put up a Discord, maybe not, but like in terms of like for people who prefer that, but then you're going to have like two split chats, right? So you can't please everybody, so it is what it is, but we're thinking about those things. But at the end of the day, we just need a place where everybody can, have a good conversation. So, but yeah, exactly. Greg says Telegram has the sticker stuff. Yeah. That's to me, that's the biggest win, but
that's the biggest.
Those stickers are good.
And make sure to check the pin messages and stuff, because there's actually what to do guides in there. Like, what do you need to do? How do you sign up to like Coinbase? What's the starter stuff? Make sure, especially if you guys are new to the course, get signed up to exchanges right away. Go sign up to Coinbase, Gemini, and Kraken if you can. Try to have one or two options. They're going to take a little bit. Once you get signed up, then you just be ready with fiat then at that point, and then get ready to learn basically at that point.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And we have guys in there who are willing to help out people who are newer to crypto. Like if you're not sure exactly what to do, definitely Greg B, right? OG guy that's just helping everybody out. Super generous with his time. So we really do appreciate that. And we will follow up with you, Greg. We just haven't had the time yet, but we will be talking with you soon here in the next couple of days. But like, then there's other people who've stepped up to the plate who've been in previous courses and said, hey, yeah, I'm also willing to basically help you guys out and answer any questions. So we got, multiple guys who, they've been in a couple quarters now. And so they're able to, basically pay forward all of the knowledge that they've gained. And so like, we're starting to get that compounding effect, I think, with the knowledge of the hive mind, which is, the Moon Gang, and that compounding effect of knowledge, everybody's gains are compounding, but then also that knowledge is compounding. And that's huge, because years down the line, like, I don't even know what's going to happen. You're going to have like Timothy NFT God out here. You're going to have like, guys starting their own, software companies. I don't know. Like, whenever you start getting a group of people like helping each other out, really building on each other's knowledge and actually like working towards progress instead of, nipping at each other's heels and trying to take each other down, that's when you get something powerful going. And that's when you actually can, affect like positive change in the crypto space. Whereas you got all these fucking jokers out here who are tribalistic about their coins and like, don't want to, even people within their community, they're like, oh, how much does he have? I got to go find him on the blockchain and figure out what his wallet is. And like, oh my God, he's selling today. Like this guy, we gotta take him down. And like, are you goddamn kidding me? Like, it's that scarcity mindset, which really just basically limits people, especially in here, with their life. So you guys got to kind of open up to the abundance mindset, not only with your crypto gains, but just in life in general. I think most people are very limited in their, thinking. And so I think people in crypto are already pretty open-minded, right? So got to use that to your advantage, because I mean, you've traveled the world. I've traveled around as well. And I think like most places, like 90% of people are the same. It's just culture and language, which make people, think that they're different from other people. So I don't know. That's just like my little soapbox rant on just like, if people work together, there actually is truly a benefit that can come from it. That's what, decentralization brings, in my opinion. But, people be, working with their greed brains, animal brains as well. So you can't help them all.
Right. I mean, but it's kind of crazy though, because over time, we have 1,000 people across all the chats and stuff. These people are going to be some of the wealthiest people on this earth.
Dude, it's a good community. I love it already. A few millionaires here and there already. It's great.
Right. I can't imagine in 5-10 years, like basically everyone in that chat, or at least all the OGs from the chat, the original 1,000 people are probably all going to be multimillionaires. That means those 1,000 people in combined wealth and purchasing power is over $1 billion. A billion, right. A couple $1 billion. Yeah, because 1,000 times 1,000 that's $1 million.
Moon Game's gonna be printing some hella gains out here. And by the end of this decade, I think like you're right, 100%.
It's billions, you guys, billions. I'm telling you guys, man, the Rolodex of power that you guys will have is insane. And you guys can help each other out with ideas, and it's insane. The amount of stuff we can pull off at that point, it's insane. Greg, you can sign up right here through this link right there. Bam. It's kind of. I mean, like I've watched personally all my friends in cryptocurrency become multimillionaires. All of them. Yep. Like anyone I'm close to is a multimillionaire.
It's fantastic.
But we didn't start like that at all. I swear to you. Like I'm no trust fund kid or anything, dude. I'm like my parent. I'm like, I'm a first generation. Latin American.
You built your own business. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. I think there's people out here that like everybody works hard for their money one way or another, right? And like I think like we've heard of all the stories through consultations and different things, and like I can only think of maybe like one or two examples where somebody got like really lucky with the capital they started with, but at the same time they didn't necessarily know how to invest that capital perfectly, and they had slow growth. But now with crypto, right, you can compound that even faster. So for the majority of people, I think they really, really work hard for their money, and it's all about locking in that store of value long term, and that's what crypto does for people as well. I mean, the banks are not your friends. I heard that somewhere, and basically, crypto is a way to circumvent that and definitely, make yourself your own bank for sure.
Hell yeah, man. And shoo, man, Charlie, man, you're getting notifications out the butt right now.
Yeah, it's that fresh and fit effect, I guess, because like, yeah, I think after we jumped on their channel, we have like 100 subscribers per hour happening here. So every once in a while we get these little one-way ticket to the moon notices from whoever's subscribing to the Cultivate Crypto channel, which is fantastic.
I just updated mine, dude. I think I just gained like 250.
Nice. Yeah, and people were asking in the Fresh and Fit chats, like, when's your guys' next live show? I was like, Dollar Cost Crypto's channel,
right here,
baby. But no, it's good because we got this little corner of the internet. It's still kind of quiet, which is great. But the people who know, they know, and we give away that solid knowledge for free here on YouTube. But then jumping into the course, man, like the knowledge in there is going to be even like 10 million times more effective, in terms of like how people can do right. So.
Right. Hey, Charlie, here's a question I don't ever get asked that often right here about trading bots. I mean, what's your opinion on these?
So like, I think maybe he's talking about, so he says, have you tried KuCoin trading bots? Could they be good strategy now we're in the bear market? So I forget what the name of one of those services. Oh, it's 3 commas, I think is maybe something along those lines is what he's talking about there. So it depends on how you're building it, right? But yeah, of course, there's plenty of people out there who have built trading bots that work. But it's like, if somebody else already has one deployed, you have to test it first to see if it works. But I would say, it's better if you build it yourself, to be honest, but that takes a hell of a lot of work. I haven't really heard that many success stories of people who like basically took a copy pasta trading bot and just tried to deploy it or something like that. I really haven't heard any success stories with that. But for, people who are really deep in the sauce in crypto and have like, bots that front run and try to do different things, those exist, but they're really hard to make.
Right. Yeah.
And they're not necessarily the best for the space either, but to be honest.
Right. And then the higher level is more just an algorithm, really. It's just
correct.
You're just
that's what we're describing there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's an algorithm, but in effect, you're really talking about a trading strategy or some sort of a pattern you recognize.
And that pattern only lasts for so long; it goes away.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's only there for a little bit, but when it works, it's printing. But when it's not, you could be losing a lot of money if you don't have safeguards on it.
Yeah, you definitely have to be putting in stop losses and taking care of all those things.
Yeah, so I deposited 1 penny into the Cultivate Crypto Autobot. Today, I am worth now 40 pennies.
Hey, man, 40 times your money, no problem there.
Hell yeah, man. 40 X's, baby. I only talk in X's, baby.
Exactly. That's all that matters.
Kevin was talking about Moon Gang using yield on USDT to buy. Yeah. So he's going to do a whole webinar on his strategy, how he does it. He has more of a conservative strategy, but it's a very cool strategy. Me personally, I do more of a risky. I do a lot more. I have more of my cash allocated into cryptos just because I like holding coins. But his strategy, I don't want to do those whole thing, but he holds a lot more stable coins in his strategy, and it gives his portfolio a lot more it's a lot more rock steady. But when the prices crash, his portfolio holds up really well. And obviously, he had a lot of stables in Celsius, so his portfolio went down to 0, basically.
Yeah, and he's going to be talking about that during the course.
Right. I think he said at one point he was down like 0.4% or something, like 40%.
Yeah. He was just saying very, very minimal, like shreds of a percent, like not really that much.
Yeah, especially when you have I would say probably like $20,000 is probably when it starts kind of making sense for stables. You could start earning 20% on that. That's a really decent amount of money. That's about what is that, like $4,000 a year passively on $20,000. So if you use that sort of as a way to kind of build some extra income there, or use it to farm coins, and then have those coins as you start building a little moon bag or a little tiny kind of bag, and if that bag pops off, it could be big money. And it costs you almost nothing to get it, other than just parking your money, which you were going to park anyway. So it's really interesting strategies and stuff. And I'm actually starting to do that a little bit myself, but I'm going to be doing that once EIP launches and stuff, because I'm going to be kind of yielding on my Ethereum bags and stuff, because I've been waiting for certain insurance things that we're going to be talking about in the course too. So hey, you guys, also in the course, we're going to be talking about insurance.
Got to get that rug insurance, baby.
That rug insurance, they finally updated something on. Should we tell them a little bit, or nah? Just save it.
You can tell them a little bit, of course.
Yeah,
you always make me look like the bad guy. Charlie's stopping me from saying shit on YouTube. I'm not.
Charlie stops me all the time. I want to spill all the juice and stuff. And
I gotta open up my second can of coffee here.
Yeah. So
it's funny. In Japan, coffee comes in cans, by the way.
Can I see it?
Yeah. It's like these. They're 100 yen. They're basically $1 coffees. They're just like these little shots of espresso. These ones are the Wanda brand. I don't know. There's a bunch of different brands. I usually go with Georgia, but no, they're good. And then Tommy Lee Jones is always representing Boss Coffee.
Right. Nexus Mutual. So Nexus Mutual just added this. This is one of the reasons why I didn't really use it before on the pools, is because it didn't protect you against economic attacks, which are essentially flash loan attacks. Now they're covering a lot of pools of flash loan attacks, which is most of the times that's what you get either get rugged on through a fault on the code, which is big chunk of it. But lately, there's just been a lot of flash loan attacks, and very complicated flash loan attacks. So now the pools on Nexus Mutual are protecting against those attacks. Now that makes it worth, at least to me, that's enough protection there where it's worth me paying the extra amount of money to protect my money, basically, for the insurance. So we're going to be teaching how to use that in the course. It's very simple. It's very good to use. You do have to calculate your stuff in Ethereum. There is a way to do it through USDC, and then also you have to kind of, you could at certain points overpay in terms of you may say, yeah, Miguel, I'm going to yield this thing for 3 months, and then you yield it for a month and you leave it alone. and so you lost 2 months that you paid for there, basically. So you do got to calculate that in your head, maybe, and then and calculate between, okay, because they give you a 30-day, 90-month, and then half a year to a year. They give you all the options, basically 1 quarter, a month to like a year, basically, on the insurance plan. So you've got to sort of figure out how long you're truly going to be yielding on it. If it's something that you're actually like, I'm going to park this money here for a full year, and you mean it, that's, you should do that. You should definitely do that, because that really protects against downside if something were to happen.
Yeah. No, it's super useful, and old man nutcakes giving himself up for the course. It's good.
Oh my God. Jesus.
Oh, that is funny. Do it. Mass Effect. Now we just need to make YouTube rug proof. That ain't happening. YouTube was rugging our Donovan Sharp stream as well. Like, goddamn.
I was about to say that. I was like, I need to get Donovan some insurance.
Yeah, he needs to get some rug insurance, hardcore. But he always comes back bigger and better. Like, it's great. He's train that keeps on moving.
Yeah, in anime, you get a can of coffee, the talk is coming. So in anime is. I mean, hey, can I ask you something? So, okay, you live in Japan, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, I know anime is gigantic, right? But like over here in the States, there's a bunch of dweebs. It's like I'm an anime dude, like Dragon Ball Z. That's
it gets weird at like the Comic-Con or whatever,
Yeah, right. But like, is it as dweeby as it is over here? Like, you've seen it how it is.
Yes and no.
Yes
and no. So like the yes part is, of course, if you go into like that subculture in Japan, like it gets pretty hardcore. But then also no, there's like basically every household, like, there's somebody who's into it, right? And there's always like for example, like Doraemon, which is like I think in English we'll say like Drymon or something. Basically he's like that little blue cat that's from the future, basically helping this little nerdy kid like stop from becoming like an old man who like really hates himself or something like that. Like, it's kind of funny. Yeah, he's like Nobito and fucking Drymon. It's an interesting one. It's a nice kids one, but it's a good way to learn Japanese. You can read that comic because it's made for like kids and stuff. But like, so stuff like that is like all over Japan. Everybody watches it. Everybody reads it as a kid and all that stuff. And then you got like Dragon Ball Z or like all this other stuff. And then like some people get into those, or like Clash of Titan, and like, that's a little bit more like niche or like older audience. So like, yeah, but like they have it on billboards and stuff here. And, especially like the Ghibli studios and all that stuff. Yeah, there's a giant Gundam over in what's that called? Odaiba here in Tokyo Bay. It's actually pretty dope. And then there's MLD's Oni-chan. I could go into stories, but like basically, I had some French coworkers who were like, "Hey, this is what I did on the weekend." I was like, "Cool story, bro. I guess there's anything, you can find anything and everything in Tokyo. That's for damn sure." I'll just say that. I'll keep it at that part at that. But
yo, MLD in the house. What's going on, man? No more poor, baby. No more poor.
Oh man, John should come on stream.
Yeah, dude.
I think he's in Miami still right now, so I don't know where he is. Maybe he's on his phone.
I know, talking to the ladies, man. Shit. I just threw you there's a StreamYard link in the private chat right there. If you want to throw it to John, if he wants to come on.
Right. Yeah. I'll throw it over.
Last stop for alcohol. Neon. Yeah, Neon Genesis. It's a great anime, but it's gotten to the point now where it's just the amount of jerking off of that anime is just, I'm just over it. Like, I'm done, dude. Like, enough. Like,
which one?
Neon Genesis.
I don't think I've ever heard of that one. Oh, is it Evangelion?
Evangelion, yeah. Enough.
There's like
enough.
I think it's Fuji Q has some Evangelion related rides or something. I'm going to stream. I just send it over to John. Yeah. There's like, that's a big one in Japan as well. Some people will be more into it than others.
Death Note was good. That's kind of nice because it had a beginning and an end. A lot of animes are just like fucking One Piece. Never. You guys want to lose your life? Try to catch up on One Piece. Oh my god, bro! They teach college courses on the story, how big it is. It's like forget it.
Yeah, I mean, I've had Japanese friends and foreign friends try to like catch up on that or whatever. It's like trying to read like, like a Charles Dickens novel or something, like or Dostoevsky or something. It's like good luck.
Detective Conan. that actually was kind of cool. I remember seeing that in middle school.
Yeah, Conan O'Brien came over and like they brought him to like the town where like they had some Detective Conan stuff. Like there's usually what the prefectures in Japan do is like they'll like latch onto like something famous, whether it's food or like a character or whatever. Like if you guys want to see some funny shit, you should probably just put into Google videos or YouTube or whatever this thing called Funashi. Funashi. I'll just spell it in the chat. Funashi. I think that's how you spell it. I don't know if that's how you spell it in English, but it's basically Funashi. But like it's hilarious. It's like basically a pear that's like on like some Ritalin, needs some Ritalin or something like that to calm it down. It's funny. But that was famous like I don't know, like 5 years ago in Japan for a while. It was like one of those prefecture characters. I don't know, random shit in Japan sometimes.
Just go off the anime thing for a second, but like Shield Hero and Shield Hero is sick. That's a great anime and stuff.
I'll have to watch it. I haven't seen that one. There was one that John recommended. Oh, what was that called? It's a really cool one where basically there's like these types of creatures that looked like humans that can't die. Oh, I forgot what that one was called. Anyways, John will have to put it in the chat if he remembers, if he's still watching, but that was a really good one. He recommended that to me. I was like, whoa, it's like dark and interesting all at the same time.
Yeah. This guy right here has got it. You got to start that. Let me tell you this. One Piece came out. So I think it literally came out when I was in the 4th grade. When I was in the 4th grade, it started airing here in the States when I was in middle school. It's still going on. New episodes are still going, bro. Dude, he still hasn't found One Piece.
Yeah, if you go over to some of like the arcades here in Japan, like you can get like I don't know what the characters are called, but it's like that little thing with the antlers, like that little.
Wait, the antlers.
And he's like this big top hat. And he has like antlers coming out of it.
Yeah, that dude.
That character, like people, like all the like girls like to try to get him out of the crane games and stuff. It's kind of funny, but like Japanese people like they love nerdy shit, but it's like kind of like normal in the culture to some extent. So it's like it's not nerdy like for some people here. So it's kind of funny that way.
Yeah, they need to make a brand new like Gundam, but make it like actually good. Like gritty and stuff, and like sort of mix it between like something like Pacific Rim, sort of mixed in with like Gundam, and because man, like they haven't had a good Gundam anime in a long time and stuff, and like Beast, it would be tight if they did Beast Wars again too.
But Beast Wars was good.
Yeah, that was good. Like, if they made like Beast Wars, they got to make it gritty and like good and stuff. Like I hate this whole shit where like they make it all PG-13 or something or rated G. Like they just brought back Rugrats recently. Yeah. Yeah.
It's like it was good while it was there, but like, when we were like, 10 years old or something, but
yeah. Yeah. Anyway, Japanese has spoken anime, nothing actually in Japanese. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Did that Beast just to show you we are nerds here, you guys.
Beast Wars, man, the nerds will inherit the earth.
Yeah. You know that whole thing you heard the thing the meek will inherit the earth? That's not really like the weak will inherit the earth. That's actually the capable will inherit the earth.
There you go.
Yeah. But meek sounds like it's like the capable will inherit the earth. The people who like are going out there to do shit will inherit the earth. Rich nerds, baby.
I love it. That's funny.
Yeah, but rich nerds got to start with the safe shit first, and they might move over to shit. Yeah, but Beast Wars did definitely have the. This is when I was a little kid. I would go over to a friend's house. His dad worked at like Dell, I think Dell or something. No, not Dell. Milkway or the computer.
Gateway.
Gateway, yeah, he worked at Gateway and stuff. And his son had like, I would walk into a room and it would be Beast Wars. Like it was entire walls covered in Beast Wars. I was just walking and be like, oh my god, man. Dude, it was sick. I still to this day, like I love figurines and stuff like that, but I don't have any.
Yeah. I think I had some Ninja Turtle ones from back in the day, some Ghostbusters as well and stuff like that. But like I think what was it? Not Mad Max. There's Max something, some show like that. I forget what it was called, but like maybe Mighty Max. I don't remember. But like then there was also Beast Wars was like at my like 7 a.m. or something as I was getting ready for school. I was watching that every once in a while.
Right. It's that sort of thing. But yeah, let's get back to crypto.
So getting like, where are we going down memory lane here? Yeah, exactly.
I mean, yeah, but
I mean all the Zoomers will be, what the fuck are you guys talking about?
Well, hey, what we gave you guys in the future, if you buy up all the merchandise, that stuff with your crypto, no, don't do that exactly. But like, if you buy some of the most rare stuff, right, in a couple of years, you'll sell it to people for a lot of money. It's just like you see anything that's hot for the Zoomers right now. Pick that stuff up, put it away, sell it later, and just
yeah, and like the top shelf stuff, like that's how Pokemon was, right? Like if you go back a few years ago, people like Pokemon, now it's like, oh yeah, it's hot. Like that Charizard card's worth millions,
Right.
But it's like always when the generation turns like somewhere between like 28 to like 37 years old, right in that kind of band of time, is when all of a sudden, just coincidentally, all of a sudden, all these movies come out, the Marvel movies come out, like all this stuff. Like I remember for the longest time, we were like, when X-Men movie, because like I think the X-Men was the other one that I was deepest into,
right
at the time. And then like everybody was like, man, we really need an X-Men movie and stuff like that. And then finally, when they came out with one, it was really well done. So I it was great, but it was like they don't come out with those until either like you're very young and they know all the families will like buy it and like come up with it, or until you're like older and you're going to bring your kids to it, right? Like, okay, how can we brainwash the next generation? That's basically how Hollywood looks at it, right?
Right. The Sun Moon Gang action figures 30 years from now.
NFTs, yeah.
NFTs. But yeah, I guess Fortnite stuff, but you'd have to get the first stuff and everything, Transformers and Ninja Turtles and shit. But yeah, I'm Gen Z. Well, welcome, my guy. Welcome to not being poor.
Yeah, exactly. Happy birthday yesterday as well. He was, or maybe today, I don't remember, but it was my yesterday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. So anyway, back to this crypto game. Back to this. So now back to dumping your fiat into cryptocurrencies.
Hey man, Jamie Dimon or Jamie Dimon, whatever you want to call him, Jamie Dumbass. He was saying saying today, I read looking at some article on Twitter. He was like, "Yeah, cash is a great way to save your money." Like, okay, thanks. Right.
Wait, what? Cash is a great way to save your money?
He's like, hoard cash. It's great. I'm like, I don't know about this coming from,
I know, right?
Somebody who's supposed to know banking. Is like, yeah, just basically let us like inflate your wealth away. Just, let us do that. That's basically what he's saying.
Yeah. Have you noticed how quiet, like I've noticed at least a lot of the financial advisors, not a peep about gold and silver, not a peep anymore.
Yep.
And no more gold and silver talk anymore. Of course, there is like the guys who are actually in the industry still talking about it, but in terms of like where financial, you hear a lot of financial advisors say you need an allocation of gold and silver and stuff. Not a peep.
Yep.
The asset class hasn't performed shit for like 15 years since like 2000, like I think 2008 or 9, and then there was a little uptick in 2011 for like silver. I think when it went up to like $20.
Yeah, and I was looking at some like past stats on like, okay, where the Bitcoin drop and like how long you have to wait for new highs and stuff like that falls on like a chart of time versus price. And like gold had like a 27-year bear market at some point in the past century, right? I'm like, okay, so crypto bear market like maybe 1.5, 2 years max, whereas like a gold bear market 27 years. All right, like which market's better, even though the volatility to the downside is pretty high. It's like you don't have to wait that long, comparatively to other assets to wait for a next bull market. Basically, everybody here is just overly spoiled because we are from the digital generation. We expect everything now, give me now, which is like, come on, bros, you got to have like some patience for this game as well.
Yeah. It's let's see, gold and silver has bombed hard the last decade. Oh, dude, I know, man. Like that's one of the few trades I made that I fucking bombed, dude. I was like, you guys, they come in apocalypse, dude. If you hear these gold and silver guys, dude, and this is also where you gotta be careful. These doom and gloom guys, like you got to take everything. Like I love Alex Jones, like I really do. I like Alex Jones and everything he says. But if you listen to a lot of that stuff, it's very negative. That's why I don't listen to the news at all, because it's just negativity. It's just negative
Yep.
it's energy, right? But it's always smart to have a gun, have some food. It's basically just don't be like, make sure you can protect yourself if someone's trying to rob your ass. Make sure like off crap, in the water, you have water and food. It's just basic smart stuff. Yeah, like have that. Have some cash in the house. Have some gold and stuff. Have some pit bulls for home defense. Yep. And just things like that, right? And an electric generator. There's like a checklist of stuff to have. Have some flashlights and stuff. Have some flares, stuff like that, right? And stuff like, and then also have a medicine kit. A lot of people don't think about that. If you can get your hands on not antibodies, but what do you call it? Oh my God, I'm sorry. It's all the Red Bulls in the late nights.
Like the cream that you're talking about, like antibacterial cream or something.
Yeah, antibacterial, Neosporin, Tylenol, Advil. All this other stuff and everything. There's also
iodine if you're near a nuclear power plant.
Right. No, it's horrible food. Like you want antibodies. Have night vision goggle, water filtration. I mean, just the simple stuff. But you can get it. You can get it over. You can get it over time. All this stuff, and it lasts a long time. And then once you got it, you're good. But then it gets to this point where it takes over your fucking life. It's too much. You know what I mean? Because it's a business of doing that. You know what I mean? It's a business of getting you to keep buying perishable food and stuff and all this other stuff. But it just kind of is what it is there, with all that stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in Minnesota, like for the winter, for example, like you have to have that in your trunk of your car anyways. Like if you get stuck out in the middle of somewhere or whatever, and it's freezing cold, you're going to want to have a blanket, some, matches and all that stuff. So I don't know, just generally people should, be prepared for, some scenarios, right?
Yeah. Chickens and cows. Yeah. I mean, if you got the land, that's the hard part. That's when it gets hard right there with that stuff. With chickens, chickens are really easy to take care of. Super easy to take care of. You guys are going to be quite crypto rich and stuff. You guys will be able to soon afford these things, buy land and stuff. But chickens aren't hard to take care of. Cows are actually kind of hard to take care of. Actually, it's not easy. It's not as easy as you think it is and stuff. Because I've taken care of cows myself, especially when I was younger. You do have to move them every 2-3 days and stuff because then they get really restless because they'll eat all the grass, they'll graze out in a place, and then they're just like they actually get really annoyed and they'll start mooing like crazy.
Really?
Because they're pissed off, just like there's nothing to eat. Because they want to keep chewing on something and having fun. So you have to actually move them off to a different corral and stuff. So back in the day, we would actually have 4 or 5 pens we'd move them from. And enough, and then that would let grass from the dew kind of grow up a little bit, and then we'd just be able to graze them in 3 pens and stuff. Yeah. To me, eat your NFTs. There you go.
Yeah. Well, did you ever go cow tipping?
I cared about my cows.
I kind of joking on that. I always heard about people going and doing that. I was like, that's fucking hilarious. We did drive through cornfields a few times though.
Rotational grazing. Thank you, Wade. Super low-key valuable info, though. No, for real, it really isn't regarding the horse. Oh, dude, I fell off my ass. Dude, me and my brother got a concussion falling off a horse when we were smaller.
Jesus.
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah, horses are bad news if you fall the wrong way.
What was it? I was probably 11, and my brother Eric was probably 9. And we climbed on top of this horse, a female horse. We call it a yegua. Dope ass horse. And then my grandpa, who didn't know we were getting on top of a horse because we snuck out of our rooms, he let the cows down and they started going, and the horse got freaked out and went like this. And then me and my brother woke up 15 minutes later on the ground. It knocked us out like this, and we just flew off the horse like that.
Damn,
bro. And then we just hit the cement like that.
Cement?
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's because it's dirt right here, but there's cement kind of lead up like a ramp. So we kind of climbed up on top of the feeder and stuff for the cows, and then we so we used cement to help us up. And then when we landed back, we kind of landed on our backs on the dirt and the cement. Yeah, so that sucks.
Yeah,
so
when you're a kid, you're resilient, though. Yeah.
So that's why I'm special.
That's why you're so good at some of the smooth brain talk.
Yeah, that's why I'm so smooth brained, you guys. But anyway, the reason I was going into that stuff to lead into. You guys eventually will end up having enough money that you'll be able to diversify into real estate at some point. And this is something that we do have some experience with. and we're going to be talking to you guys in the future. Obviously, not right now. We're in the crypto game, and this is the sort of thing of the long-term vision that we have for all the moon gangers. Is, you know, we build the wealth with cryptocurrencies. We'll always be in cryptocurrencies, but there also is a time where you guys need to diversify a little bit, especially if you can't have all your wealth in crypto. You need to put a little in, you know, in some other places where you can generate income or into business. But also be careful of the certain businesses that you guys select, that there aren't like cash drains where they're just consistently like you have to put up like $1 million of upfront capital to start gaining like $50,000 a year. Bro, you know, like stuff like that's and that would be okay if it was super low maintenance, but most of the times businesses are not low maintenance. They're a pain in the ass. So it's that sort of stuff where like once we get to a certain level and stuff, and a lot of you guys will get to that level. Obviously in California it's very expensive. Other places in the United States very cheap. Other places in the world very cheap as well. And you guys can essentially own land and stuff. I mean, right now BlackRock literally cannot get rid of this fiat faster. They're buying so many single family homes across the United States. It's insane. They're buying a huge dossier of properties. And why is that? Well, there's a huge, because of the prices of timber and everything increasing, they can't build enough homes fast enough. Right. So what they're doing is they're buying up the price. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they're buying up they're trying to increase the house prices. So it's profitable for the builders to start building houses to stop the glut or stop the dry up in the supply and stuff, so we can build more homes.
Yep.
So it's kind of a smart thing. It's like, okay, we put $1 trillion down and then we can make $8 trillion on the back end. Let's do it. And we own properties that yield us dividends and stuff, and then we'll blow this on cocaine and hookers. So I mean, like, you know what I mean? That's the BlackRock way, you know?
Yeah, there you go. Jesus R says, "Live the van life." Let me tell you, you don't want to end up in a van down by the river.
God damn. Whew. Storage lockers, bro. Yeah, of course. Actually, mobile home and owning mobile parks, the land and stuff, it's actually great money in terms of real estate and stuff. It's just they're being bought. A lot of them don't want to sell them anymore because they're just such cash cows.
Yep. What's Aman Sharma saying at that super chat?
Let's see. If you're looking to trade crypto profits into real estate in the USA without paying capital gains tax, look into investing into opportunity zones. Cool. Yeah,
we were talking to some people about that recently. Not opportunity zone specifically, but there are ways. There is the ways, man. The moon gang, totally legal.
Yeah, it's all legal. Yeah. Definitely. Let's see. Fuck van life. Fifth wheel trailer life is where I'm headed. What? And tornado magnets?
Well, wasn't Elijah was growing his hair out or whatever? He's been doing really well for himself. So I'm glad to always see people in the moon game doing real well.
Right.
No matter where they come from. Yeah, I think.
I mean, he's right.
Hey, man, whatever you got to do.
Yeah. Spice Coin, join up, bro. If you're on the fence, you got to come to the right side of the fence. The grass is greener over here.
Yeah, it's one of these things where it's like there's so many ways to make money in the course with the information that we're going to give you guys. Like, if you're on the fence about joining the course because of the cost of the course, it's like you'll make it back. Like, basically, as long as you don't do anything stupid and you follow our advice and you do the things, you avoid the things that we tell you not to do, or at least limit those, for the most part. I mean, making the money from the information from the course back is like basic. It's never a given, right? But it basically is. It's kind of like when Trevon James was saying, like, what was he saying? He's like, it's not a scam, but kind of is. Like, I don't remember what he was saying, referring to exactly.
You didn't lose your money.
Oh, that's what he was saying. Yeah.
You kind of did lose your money.
You kind of lost your money. It's like you're not guaranteed to like make money or to like, what do you call it, to make the cost of the course back, but you're basically gonna make the cost of the course back. Yeah. So, but like, no, in all seriousness, it's, stuff, especially with what you got teaching on Pulse Chain, what Kevin has going, with his, kind of all weather portfolio or treating crypto as a business type idea, what we got going here with, Polkadot, Kusama, and all these other things, that we're talking about in the course. I mean, it's just like super valuable information that, I think people, they're like, well, I kind of already know about that. It's like, I think of the main concepts of it, but you don't know the details of like how to make that money back as quickly as you can. Well, I've gotten some emails from people as well, not that deep, but like some people, basically saying like, what we do on YouTube as well as in the course has really helped out their lives. Like I remember, I'm not going to say anybody's name and stuff, but like some people, throughout the course, you never know what other people are going through. And there's some people who've had, over the last few quarters, like some tough times, and like crypto's helped get them through both financially and, through the Moon Gang in terms of like how positive the community is in general. So,
Right.
it's always good to hear those stories, but it's fun to joke about it too.
He always has really funny comments and stuff. But
I like that guy. Yeah.
And two, like a lot of guys, like honestly, the one of the bigger benefits of the course as well, other than the community and the chats and stuff, and then dude, I'm always posting voice chats in all the chats, so pretty cool. I see some really cool stuff, but it's keeping you really, really paying attention. You think you're paying attention. I mean, are you? Like, you know what I mean? It's this thing when you're in the course, it's going to have you. If you're listening to a webinar for 4 hours about cryptocurrencies, you're gonna start paying attention a lot to your portfolio and the coins and stuff. You're really gonna start doing your research and figuring it out. And the chats are lit. Greg B's right. And what's gonna happen is when you're paying attention that much to cryptocurrency, it's almost impossible not to make money. I mean, really, like we're in the industry where whoa. we're in the industry where money is created. Like that's what this is basically the crypto, like we're in cryptocurrencies. Oh, let me pull up Charlie. He rugged me.
Sorry there, bro.
I
was trying to like click around on my tabs and stuff, and I was like, I pressed the one place where that X was. It's like, damn, you're on a roll though. Sorry.
Yeah, God damn it, you made me lose my train of thought. Damn it, Charlie.
Whenever DCC loses his train of thought, it's like gone forever too.
No, it comes back here and there. But yeah, man, like I guess Polkadot's going to be added to Coinbase. Oh, one thought on Coinbase just for a second. Any coin that's sold on Coinbase can be sacrificed for Pulse, actually. So coin that's actually
that's
sold,
huge.
That's really huge. So any of those cryptocurrencies you have in there, if you have some, let's just say you have some little bag that's not performing for you well, you could, it's a runaway train, Hex Mac. It's a Mack truck, baby. Wheel it, baby. But
back up.
But let's just say you have a little coin, you're like, I got $400 in that stuff, and you don't care about it. You can just sacrifice it, get a little pulse and stuff, roll the dice. I mean, it's that sort of thing. Like on it, like we'll talk way more about Pulse, and I'll talk about the positives, the negatives, and just
risk rewards,
and all that stuff and everything like that. But I think it's a sort of a risk where I think all you guys should probably take something of it, because last time I took the risk on Hex and it paid off tremendously. Like,
big time.
I am not lying here when I say that like I turn like a couple, like on certain days when I invested a couple $100 that each of those, like, let me tell you this, at some point $100 was buying 1.8 million Hex. Like let me just show you like how much that is today, like just to show you. Actually this one right here. Okay, here's Hex right here, right at 9 cents. God damn, beautiful.
It's nice.
It's nice, man. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
I wish they had decimal points on these things. You know?
That'd be nice. I mean, I just count them and stuff, right? So on certain days, I was able to buy for $100 about 1.8 million Hex on some of these days, and today that is worth $164,000. It's
a pretty good return on investment. Good ROI. I like that.
And I staked that motherfucker to 40% APY. For almost 2 years now, bro. I'm just saying. I'm not saying nothing. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But it was not easy. I will tell you that. Like, I mean, it was like the Jews getting kicked out of Jerusalem. It was like Moses taking the people out of, taking people, from the Pharaoh and stuff. Like we were going through the desert for a long time, getting shit on and spit on by a lot of people. And it was really rough. And I remembered, like, just like Charlie was grinding on his YouTube channel, I was on the Discord syndicate with like 20 views for months, nobody paying attention. Like we would stream just religiously. Like we would stream 3 hours to like 40 people.
Yeah, you got to do that at the beginning. It's like, that's when the most, useful things are around, to be honest, when nobody's paying attention,
Yeah. And so I bet on a jockey, right? I bet on Richard, right? It's that sort of thing, right? I bet on Alex Mashinsky. You know what I'm saying? I Kane Warwick. I did pretty well with synthetics. I bet on Ave, did really well. We bet on Polka Dot, which is Gavin Woods, right? If you bet on Cardano, you bet on what's his name, Charles Hopkinson.
Yep.
You bet on these really good jockeys with a good token and their background and stuff. You see all their stuff, their communities there. You're going to win, right? The Hex community is gigantic. They're going to. I'll talk really into the whole kind of game that's going on with Pulse and stuff. You have a good chance to make money. Obviously, gains are not promised, obviously, but this is probably a really good chance to make probably a good overtime 25x on the money or more over time. It's pretty sick. There's also going to be yield farming opportunities because this is going to be more of a yielding token because there's no staking on it. There's no actual staking like hexes. It's going to be more of a loosey-goosey sort of fair weather staking, I'm guessing, where you stake it and then you're generating yield. So I'm expecting probably only 20% of the total supply being liquid at the time, and then the rest of it coming in through yielding and then vesting. Probably.
That makes sense.
Yeah. But a lot of the stuff's still coming out. So I'm going to give you guys the most up-to-date information that I have currently. The Sacrifice Chamber is not out yet, but I know generally a lot of the out frames to give you guys the best shot to position yourselves to make the most amount of money from this, and then give you different strategies and how to play. If you want to play on the hex side and make USDC, I can show you the best ways. If you want to get the most amount of pulse, I'll show you the best ways. You want to get a more balanced one where you get a little bit pulse, hex, and hex. I'll show you. That's what I'm doing personally. But some people may want to maximize one. That's a-okay. It's up to you, right? Or you don't want to do it. That's a-okay. You just put
you can always learn something just by watching it too, even if you're not somebody who's putting up. Because I think a lot of people, right, when something doesn't affect them directly, they generally don't pay attention. But even if you're not, maybe let's say you're one of those people who's like, I don't have the money to put up, or maybe I'm not in crypto too much right now, and I don't really know what I'm doing. So I just kind of want to sit back and relax and watch the show. Just learning something from the whole process, I think, is massively important. Like I've watched Hex the entire time. At the very beginning of it, I mean, I kind of basically bought into the negative narrative of it. But over time, I mean, we were talking throughout that whole time as well. You let me know the positive sides. Try to weigh the positives against the negatives, and I was like, yeah, I should get into this, right? At least with some YOLO money and see where it goes. And then I learned about it over time, and then I went on the Discord syndicate last September. Basically, said I'm willing to learn here, and basically, took my lumps along the way. That's all good. But like, it's one of these things where it's like, from the beginning, right, you're going to have like sometimes mixed different opinions on different things. You're going to hear, the FUD, you're going to hear the, the hopium and all this stuff. And it's like, okay, which information should I actually take in here? And then, you progress your thoughts along the way. Right. And it's one of these things where it's like, but if you get in early and you're just like, hey, I'll put something towards it and see where it goes, then that's, it usually turns out for the best. And it's like, somebody in the chat was saying like RGT and grow. It's like, you got to understand as well, like, where there's risk, where there's rewards comes risks as well. So it's one of these things.
You got to swing.
Yeah.
You got to swing. It's not always going to be safe. Like for me to get these monster gains, I took risk on a bunch of other stuff too. Yeah. Like I didn't lose money with Litecoin, but like opportunity costs that cost me millions, dude. Like it's seriously, and I'm being serious. Like for every Litecoin, I could have just bought a little more Hex or more Celsius. A lot, but that's what I'm trying to say is, but you still win. That's the sort of thing we're going to teach you. Like no matter which way I went in this crypto journey, I made it. I would have made it. Like there was a point in my crypto career where I had 6 million Doge. Bros, I made it.
Hey man, you should have just held it. $1. It's coming.
But that's what I'm trying to say. You guys go through this. You guys will have these stories. You guys, like, at some point, you guys were like, dude, I had $1 million hex, and then maybe the hex is worth a couple dollars in the future. You're like, God damn it! Oh my God, or you had like some new coin. I had Siphon coin. I bought Siphon coin when it was a penny. Today it's 30 cents. Oh my God, I had so many Siphon, whatever the hell Siphon coin is. But it's that sort of thing. Like, that's going to happen to you, but you just keep going. And the thing is doing good decisions over a long period of time equals unbelievable returns. It's that whole multiplier effect. It's like 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, 8 times 2 is 16, 16 plus, times 2 is 30. It's at the end of the,
No,
right. But you do have to take. But there is this whole thing of like these risks of like, I'm not a risk taker. You risk your life walking outside the damn door.
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking about here? Yeah, you're right. We try to, obviously we don't walk into oncoming traffic. Well, some of us with 100x leverage, but
play some Frogger.
Yeah, some Frogger, right? It's that. But we're in a market right now where the money of the past generations are flowing into. Like, the baby boomers are. I mean, I'm not saying like I don't got a lot of horrible things to say about them, but in terms of like they're getting older, and at a certain point, the money has to flow from their pockets, and it's going to flow into currencies. Obviously, you're seeing a bifurcation of where. So you have a part of the older part of the millennials and the extras who are still buying stocks, and they're getting into the meme stocks and stuff. But a larger portion of the people who made a lot of money, like most people I know did not make a lot of money from stocks. You have a couple of these guys from Wall Street Bets that made some money on GME and stuff like that. But bro, like, they didn't really make that much money.
I literally know one guy who made like a ton in stocks, and the only reason is because he like uses options and leverage like crazy.
Right. I literally know so many people who at the very least made hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Not millions.
Not millions. I know people that made hundreds of thousands of dollars from the equities, and in crypto, I mean, everyone's made a couple $100,000 to everyone's a multimillionaire. I know somebody, I'm not going to say his name and stuff, that was like 80 million plus. 80 million plus and stuff. I know people that are in that level, and they know people that are billionaires.
Yep.
That's the kind of stuff that's where you guys are heading. The money is flowing here. When you like, stocks are companies. We're in the money making game here. Like, currencies, we're making money. That's what it is. So if
money doesn't grow on trees, but it grows on Merkle trees, as I like to say.
NFT out of that. That's a great one.
I just gotta keep doing that. We'll see where that ends up.
You say it again? That's really good.
I just said money doesn't grow on trees, but it grows on Merkle trees.
Damn.
Look straight.
It up. So because these systems, cryptocurrencies are more efficient systems, right? If you just look at it, let me take the screen down for a second. Like, if you just look at tit for tat, right?
Yeah.
Equities, Monday through Friday, bank hours. If you pay extra to the exchange, you pay extra to the exchange before market hours and after hours. 2 extra hours a day. Woo! 2 extra hours a day, 10 extra hours a week of trading, and because the trading is so limited and stuff, that you actually there's not that much liquidity on both those hours. If you actually have ever done it and stuff, the before hours and after hours, it's kind of janky, to tell you the truth. In cryptocurrency, it's 365, 24 hours a day. There's no off button.
Except for when Coinbase decides to turn it off for a little bit.
Uniswap, baby.
Exactly, right? It's like all these centralized exchanges compared to decentralized exchanges will be a joke, a few years from now. Like, I think definitely by 2030, people are like, you still use a centralized exchange, bro? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but cryptocurrencies is just so much more efficient too, right? Because it's decentralized and it's 24 hours, there's actually more accurate pricing. Even though there's this whole thing where the market's always right because it's always priced in. No, it's not. No. Humans are flawed. It's never completely priced in. But this is the closest we've ever gotten it to ever being this closely priced in, which is amazing. The whole world can get access to dollars for the first time. Yay, America. The world has access to dollars. If you can get your hands on a little Ethereum, if you're in some third world countries, you can get access to dollars, and then you can pay for stuff. You can like get yourself out of it. Like if I knew what I knew now, and I was some kid in like Ethiopia and stuff, man, I'd be YOLOing. I'd be like Nigerian scamming my way to get Ethereum.
Do what you gotta do
to get myself out of that situation, man. Because it's
of
like,
course.
what the hell? Like anybody, I tell anybody, like, I don't know what to do. Get into crypto, bro. I don't know what to do with my life. Get into crypto. Just whatever you fall into. You may fall into investing. You may fall into trading a little bit. Whatever, your life will benefit you just being, because the growth is so insane. We've got like 2%, 2.5% of the population's in crypto at max, and I'm stretching it. Stretching.
Yeah, that's like maybe like like 50 to 100 million people, right? Maybe
in this next 10 years, we'll have 20% if we're lucky. We may be somewhere at 15% in 10 years. So by the end of the decade, we have the whole roaring 20s, you guys. It's 2021, the whole fucking roaring 20s. That's what we got right now. Nothing up to the right. That's what we got right now. And that's expansion phase. That's wave 3, you guys. That going from like 0.1 to 20% of the population, that's the money.
Dude, it's still that early, right? Like that's a lot of gains to be had. Like just think about that. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But
go ahead.
Yeah, the one show that's interesting, like just kind of see how crypto is used in it, and just kind of like a little bit of a dystopian future show. Like obviously it's a little dark, but Mr. Robot was actually very good with it because it included central bank digital currencies as well as cryptocurrencies within that show, which is pretty interesting. They also had like the corporate e-coin. I highly recommend that show. It's very entertaining, but pretty dark, but interesting.
What's it called again?
Mr. Robot with Rami Malek, the guy who played Freddie Mercury and Queen. It was basically the show he was on before he got famous.
Okay, I'll check it out.
It's really good. It's basically like this hacker kid, like hacker genius, but who's a little bit of a, I don't know, like he's basically like, he's seeing stuff that doesn't exist sometimes, basically. But then he basically tries to take down some corporations. Yeah, right. He's basically trying to take down some corporations that via hacking and stuff like that. But then like has to change it around. It's a really good show. So
I'll definitely check it out. Another one that's pretty well. This one's dark too. Like don't get high and watch it, please. Don't. Please. Black Mirror and stuff. Man.
Oh yeah. No, that's even darker. I think that one's even worse.
Like it trips me out a little bit. There's one where like there's the guy on the bike where he's like in the rat race, and like every electrical mile you pedal, you get a little bit of money. It's this whole rat race thing. It's this whole thing about getting famous, and like it's pretty reflective like where our society is actually going, because there's a whole larger narrative, and like this is going to be stuff I'm talking in the course, because not only are we talking about cryptocurrency stuff, we're talking about a lot of mental stuff and these like frameworks that we've been talking about. Like one of the frameworks I love talking about is that right now the millennial generation, the older part of the Xers, and the youngest part of the Zoomers, right? So if you're like 15 right now to like 21, you guys are really, really lucky right now, because you're the part of the generation that's actually going to get coins enough to actually be able to have income and money. A lot of the other generations are going to get subjugated, basically. Only like basically like either you're really famous or you have a really high level skill, and then you'll be rich. And just like you have to be a doctor. You have to be. What's going on is we're forming these new systems, and once they're formed in, and then like it's basically like almost we're creating like we got the built-in industries, and then we got the built-in, then we got the guild, the writers guilds, and all that other stuff, and then we got the unions, and that's what we're building right now. We're essentially we came out of world. Yeah, the infrastructure. It's like we came out of World War II. We're winning. We're building the world infrastructure. We got all the machines working correctly. We're King Kong in the world. And then from there, the other generations are going to tear it down over time. It just happens. So it's going to be this golden age of 20, 30 years where just like that. Just amazing. So once we can take over the world in terms of we're the millennials and the Zoomers are in the driver's seat, we'll take the world into innovation, into the stars. It sounds kind of crazy, but like being able to interact and do trading and stuff, and actually start getting minerals and stuff, actually going into space, colonizing Mars and stuff, doing all this crazy stuff.
Not crypto mining, fucking space mining. You know, shit like that. Oh, yeah, like, yeah, this coffee is wearing off. But like, yeah. I mean, like, there's actually companies out there like building materials for like mining in space and shit like that. It's gonna be an interesting century, that's for sure.
Right. And yeah, that's the sort of stuff that's going to happen. And you can just get your seat, get your coins, be able to earn yield. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be capital allocators. Where once we have the fund and we have the money coming in from the coins that we earn and they're earning yield, we'll be investing it. You guys will be investing into the good ideas of the future. You guys will be investing into the next generations. The guys who are younger than you, guys older than you. You'll be investing into talent. You guys are going to be tastemakers. That's a pretty nice life. It's pretty dope.
Yeah, it's what you make of it, right? Like, I think there's a lot of people out there, especially like the younger guys, are like, man, like I kind of got started on a bad foot. It's like we did as well, right? Like right out of university, basically for me at least, was the crash of 2008, 2009. It's like, okay, looking around, like, okay, what jobs are people getting out there with PhDs versus, like a community college degree versus a bachelor's degree? Is like, it wasn't very different for most people, right? It was just like not that many jobs out there at the time and stuff like that, or at least not that many high paying jobs. But it's like with crypto, it doesn't matter. Like, it's a whole new industry being built right in front of your eyes. And like, as the railroad tracks are being laid down, you can decide to, build whatever portion of it your skill set fits in with. And there's skill set for everybody in this space somewhere, right? You just kind of have to find it. If you're a creative person, maybe NFTs. If you're a technical person, maybe software development. If you're a person who's like, good at talking to people, maybe sales or education or, YouTube or whatever, right? There's a million different things. You just got to be creative enough and, rub a couple of brain cells together, and just figure it out.
Do you want to know something that's crazy? Like, I just thinking about this, like when you went to school, you ever had to do a book report?
Oh, of course.
Dude, a book report is basically you just read up a cryptocurrency and you do. There's data gathering, like people can gather data. There's people who can analyze data. There's like every single like way of that information. There's a specification you can get into. Some people, they have all this, they can gather all this data and they suck ass at putting it together. They can't see the big picture. So like big picture, There's big picture people. Oh, and there's also people, and then there's also the people in the seats who got the big balls that can make the decision and can. Go down in flame, where it's like their career is like, I'm gonna bet on this working out, and if it works out, glory. If it doesn't, death, or just that's it. But that sometimes,
baby.
So sometimes people don't understand. Like that happens. That's still in the capital markets now, where there's like these hedge funds and there's funds that blow up. It's because they kind of had the balls to take the leap to try. Because sometimes like your edge goes away, so the only thing you got is to go into harm's way in order to try to outperform, because the market gets so like that, right? And the one beautiful thing that I think that's going on with one of the reasons why cryptocurrencies pump so much is the way it's distributed, right? So in the systems, like let's just say something like what do you call it? Like equities in the equity system, right? You don't own any of the equity. You own, yeah, sure, right? Like you own it. The reason me and Charlie say like Robinhood is so terrible sometimes, and I'm chastising them. Those they could change one day. But I'm chastising them because the way they make money is you buy stocks, cool. And then what they do is you technically own it right there and you're getting your dividend. But what they have backroom deals, the way they lend out your equity to people who are longing and shorting. Yep. And this is where some of these guys got into trouble with, like even with Citadel and all these guys with like GMB and everything, right? Well, what do you think they're doing with your cryptocurrency? They're not paying you no yields. They have your so imagine they have 100,000 BTC on Robinhood. They don't, but let's just say they do. They can just say on a number to say they do own it. But what they do is they have all your BTC earning interest while they're earning all the money on your money behind your back. That's why we tell you to buy it on Coinbase, buy it on Kraken, take it away, put it in your pocket, earn that interest, and let that money come to you, not to them. Right? And if you lend it to them, there has to be something you're getting in return for that. Like with Kusama, right? You're not earning interest in your Kusama, but you're getting paired chain option tokens so you're getting something in return, and then one day you will get that token back. They're repothecating your stuff.
Yeah, sorry, I'm listening at the same time I'm writing.
No, I'm just reading the chat too.
Yeah, no, you're 100%. There's a guy, Mike C says, like, how do we hit up access for the course? Q3 chat, Liam. So yeah, basically, somebody was like, what happens after I purchase the course? So basically, you'll get an email from us, from Charlie at cultivatecrypto.com. For whatever reason, like if you're part of the 5% of people whose email bounces because your server thinks it's spam or whatever, then we'll send you an email from our unofficial Gmail account. If that doesn't work, to basically send us an email. And if that doesn't work, then hit up Liam, which his Telegram username there. Can you put it up on the screen, the thing I showed?
You put it in the private chat, or where'd you put it?
No, I put it in the regular chat.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. It's at Cultivate Crypto Team is his username on there. So and it's Cultivate Crypto Intern, right? So at Cultivate Crypto Team, that's like the last resort. You can just like look that up on Telegram. You can also look me up, which is at Cultivate Crypto, but it's going to be, it's his job, right? It's a personal assistant's job to make sure everybody gets in there. I'm pretty much overwhelmed with a lot of other stuff on the back end here, making sure everything goes smooth. So I might not be able to get to it if you try to at me on Telegram, but definitely at Cultivate Crypto Team. That'll get you in there. But we're gonna, fine tooth comb, go through everybody. We have a few days between now and when the webinar starts, so we're gonna, go back through everything, make sure everybody's in there, like take care of everybody, and we're gonna make sure everybody has a good time. So just make sure that it's basically all just about communication. So we're trying to communicate with you guys as best we can. So good stuff. Yeah, well, Ari, it's a different Liam. Basically, the intern, or not the intern, my personal assistant's name is also Liam. So
if we know the historical potential of these coins, do we know if there are market waves? Why wouldn't we welcome a bear market now to accumulate more? So it depends on where you're at in position wise. If you haven't gone into the market, yeah, of course you'd be like, yeah, let's do a bear market now so I can ape in when it bottoms. But you'd be in the right mentality for that. But most people, especially if you're trying to get in, you'd always rather be in a bull market than a bear market. Always. It's just better. There's just more money. Go ahead.
Well, and also it's one of these things where it's like like a slow bull market, right? Where you get gains and then it comes back down, accumulate, then it goes back up, accumulate. That's it. You have to wait a little bit longer for like the real like solid gains that you want. But doing that process is a little bit it's not predictable necessarily. I mean, some of it is, but like it's just the longer you're in kind of like a slower bull market, the more you can accumulate and the better you can do over time. Like I think that was my mistake in 2017. I was like, John McAfee, baby, bring it to the moon, right? Like, let's get this shit like right now. Like I want it now. And, all that kind of stuff. Right. But it's like, if Bitcoin went up to $1 million tomorrow, right, it would crash back down to $30,000 the next day. Like just anything that gains that much that quickly is not sustainable. So you want to see, sustainable gains, but basically at the same time, you want to see big moonshots every once in a while as well. So you just have to kind of have that patience. But at the end of the day, the other part there, market does move in cycles and waves, and we don't get to choose when they happen. They just happen, right? So Bitcoin does Bitcoin things. Same with Ethereum. They do what they want when they want. And so we're on for the ride, and we try to figure it out as we go along. But yeah, there's a lot of different ways to go about it. But we always want some downtrends to basically accumulate more when they happen. But yeah, I mean, I'm a perma bull as well, so I prefer the bull.
Let's see, if Bitcoin's above 100K and Elon tweets, then it's a good indicator the bull market's coming to an end. That's funny. I mean, yeah. Elon kind of bit the hand that fed it a little bit. Like you don't. Let me say this: you do not want to piss off crypto people. They're the whatever. Like I know there's actually it's like just like money and everything. Everyone wants money, but there's different ideologies. You got people that are lefties, righties, and guys that are in the middle. And the whole thing is right now we're still kind of kumbaya together in a way, and you just pissed off like the whole demographic.
Well, that's the stuff that unites crypto. I love it to see when like all people across different communities in crypto finally get together, because they're also busy basically competing with each other, right? And like being like, my coin's better than your coin. It's like, who cares, right? At the end of the day, we all have the same goal, which is, self-sovereignty, freedom of money, decentralization, all these things, right? And it's like, when then you get somebody from the outside that basically like finally gets, because it's easy for them to basically divide and conquer the crypto space because everybody's so tribalistic. But once you get all crypto people basically agreeing on the same thing, and then they point all that direction towards one thing, like, watch out, because crypto people, man, they get at it. But one thing I wanted to mention as well. Oh yeah, do you want to? Should we show a few charts here to kind of leave the guys with for the next few days a little bit of something to chew on?
Sure, man. Go ahead, man.
The webinars.
Throw them up.
Alrighty. We'll go through a few different types of coins. Let's see here. All right. Can we see that one?
Yeah. Let's pull it up. Bam. Let me full screen it. There you go.
Yeah. So basically similar to what we've been saying over the last few days, right? Bitcoin broke above its downtrend here. Actually, if you take a look at this candle here, the very top of it, was about $41,050. The previous high in the cycle here was 40,904. So what's that? Like basically about like $150 or so higher. So basically Bitcoin's made a new high here, which what's really interesting about that in this cycle, right, is that happened on day 25 of the cycle. In the past, and the mid-cycle, right, the cycle being an average of 60 days, and the mid-cycle on day 30 being here around June 19th. So usually, let's be a little bearish, right, and say that was the high, right? So if we're going to say like, okay, Bitcoin got a high there, what's the difference in the 60-day cycles, a la Bob Lucas? Shout out to our friend Bob Lucas. What's the difference between a 19-day cycle high versus here a day 25-day cycle high? The main difference is whenever you get like plus minus a high, like within 5 days of day 30, basically, let's say, for example, we were going to do this. Let's say this is the high. Bitcoin crashes a little bit from here, right? And kind of goes sideways into that next half of the cycle and never regains that high. Basically, that's not that bearish because it's, like I said, within 5 days of that 30-day mid-cycle point, the closer you are for a cycle high, whether it's same news within day 35, that could be the high on, like, let's say day 35, and then we could go down from there. So the most important thing is I think Bitcoin has challenged this high or this previous area enough so that this 30K area can basically be held as solid support. Actually, if you kind of take a look here at most of the daily candle closes, we're above 34,000. So I would say that low 30K range is built very solid support from the price action here and the price action here. There's some people calling for this left shoulder, head, and right shoulder. Head and shoulders on this type of time frame. First of all, it's not all that symmetrical, and I would say target to the downside would be like 0. So it's basically, in my opinion, not really relevant, but you're going to hear a lot of people out there saying head and shoulders, man, head and shoulders. And it's like, all right, go get some, dandruff cream or whatever the fuck that is. But
head and shoulders.
Yeah. But like, what I expect here is basically, let's say we did get another high after day 30. That would be also nice to come and test that 200-day moving average. And we could go a little higher, right? But it's not guaranteed. But I would say if Bitcoin can make that high again, a little bit higher than the current price near that day 30 or a little bit after, we have a good chance of like a 1 month, pump up here. And if we did get that, maybe coming up here to like 45, 48,000, something like this, that would be positive as well. And then, we still have, in my opinion, probably more time for accumulation, right? I don't think if we go up, we kind of come back down to where we are. So definitely, if we do get that 1 month of pump up on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and then maybe a few altcoins, take some profits along the way. And so we'll be talking about how to do that in the course. So that's also beneficial. But I do strongly believe that this 30K area between 30 and 34K right now is pretty decent support. And so we've proven that by breaking this downtrend for now. And I think that's been a pretty positive thing. And even if the death cross, oh my God, so scary, does happen on Bitcoin, right? We just got more time to accumulate. I think the lows are going to hold up pretty decently, but it's all about probabilities and possibilities. Is it possible that it breaks down? Of course it is. So you got to be paying attention and watching out for that thing as well. And so Ethereum right now is basically dependent on Bitcoin. It has outperformed Bitcoin up until now, but it's starting to basically kind of slow down and follow Bitcoin more. And that's usually what happens after the altcoin pumps for a while. Then Bitcoin takes back the market for a bit. And so we're starting to see that with Bitcoin dominance starting to regain to the upside. So generally speaking, we're in a very healthy market right now. And so, we were telling you guys, right, during the last few days, like, let's see here, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Basically, we've been streaming since around here, just talking about this crypto course. And we're telling you guys, opportunity. There's blood in the streets, lots of opportunity. What's happened since that time? The price has gone from low 30Ks, maybe somewhere between $30 to $33,000, back all the way up here to 40,000. So that's not too shabby for anybody willing to buy the dip. That on a gain right now, just on Bitcoin, it's a 31% gain. So with other coins, it's going to be a lot more. And we also got Hex here, right, having a little bit of a red candle today, but basically testing the new fib level, which is this 0.91 basically. We had these two fib levels here at 0.442 and 0.063 or 0.065. That area held as support, right? We basically broke above it, came back, tested it as support, got resistance, and then finally broke out of it. Same thing here. We broke above that on the daily candle, coming down, testing that 9-cent area as support. Probably get some more upside here towards that 12.5 cent region, and maybe chop around here for a bit, kind of making a new area of price action. So that's looking positive. Celsius holding its own. Lots of other coins moving that we'll be talking about in the course. So yeah, definitely jump on it. CultivateCrypto.com. Sign up to the course, as Miguel mentioned. Come over here, get that crypto mindset. We'll throw it, our dollar cost crypto already threw it in the chat there. So get it while the getting's good. We have, let me actually double check here. What time is it where you're at?
It's about to be 9 o'clock in 7 minutes. So it's like 3 hours. 3 hours.
3 hours left.
3 hours left, you guys.
Get on it. Be there, or sit on the sidelines for Q3. I think get it while the getting's good. We got plenty of opportunity here.
Come join the Moon Gang. Don't be poor, you guys. We'll love you. We'll take care of you. It's gonna be a lot of fun, and let's go make a lot of money.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, let's go do it, man. Hell yeah, Josh Halo. I love that name, Josh Halo. That sounds cool.
Nice.
What is that? A hat? Oh, it's a Confederate hat, or
old hat. Yeah,
some old hat or something. That's kind of cool. I'm always interested with people's like thumbnail, sort of not thumbnail, like their picture. That's kind of cool. Like Greg's got a really cool picture.
Look at fly.
Yeah.
Max has been here a while too. Yeah.
OG. Oh yeah, Max is OGs right here for sure. Hell yeah. I'm poor right now buying these dips. Oh man, nutcase. Oh, me love you long time. Very careful, man. This guy could buy all of Florida right here. This Motley investor man. Shoot. Hell yeah, man. Oh, shout out Renegade Wing, man. Cool dude. Hell yeah.
Yeah, he was in the course for Q2, back in the course for Q3. Definitely getting that bread.
Hell yeah, man. I think he started his own. I think he has his own YouTube channel as well.
Actually. Oh yeah, I've seen a little bit of it. Yeah.
That's pretty good, man. So is there any last words you have to say to everybody before we go out into the ether away from the course?
Get in the course or have fun, stand poor.
Man, couldn't say it better myself. You guys get all that juicy Solana summer heat, Kusama, Pulse, portfolio, everything, man. We're gonna talk about everything, and then some stuff to watch out for, actually, as well. And then we're gonna be talking about like a lot of profit taking as well for the first time. Like, I mean, not for the first time, but like really actually taking some profits on these run-ups and stuff, because we're going into a little bit more choppy waters, now.
Yep.
So educated or get wrecked, you guys. All right. And we're out, man. Later, you guys. See you guys in July.